Well, we got the looks with the Ram truck lift, and we also got the height to the bed issue going on.
Lift kits can be fun and attractive. What comes with it, though, is a loss of utility if you can't get into the truck bed or load a motorcycle. In our case, the lift was very functional. We still have a need to get into the bed, though. And to serve that end, we're going to install the Bestop Trekstep. At last year's SEMA show, Bestop demonstrated the Trekstep, as well as the new side steps and running boards for Ram and other trucks. We were immediately attracted to the Trekstep and the versatility of the Trekstep in serving our needs with the Dodge Ram, where getting into the bed has become an issue. Immediately apparent with Bestop product is the OEM quality. Bestop is a supplier to OEMs like Jeep, and this bracket is reflective of that level of engineering and that level of craftsmanship that you would expect from OEM products. And the warranty on this is 3 years, 36,000 miles, the same as you would expect with OEM quality. The kit is easy to install in an OEM application. If you have the stock bumper on the Ram truck, the brackets that are furnished, and a simple hardware package with instructions makes this an easy how-to. In our case, we have an aftermarket bumper. The aftermarket bumper will require a bracket to be made, and in this case I'll demonstrate as part of this project how to install the Trekstep when you are using an aftermarket bumper. The normal sequence for installing these parts would be this bracket going into the OEM position on the factory bumper brackets. In turn, this bolts to the Trekstep. Very simply, making for a nice, neat installation. And in a matter of minutes, the Bestop bracket is fitted to the OEM bumper. The step itself bolts to the bottom of the bracket with the pre-furnished screws. As you can see, this would be an easy installation. In our case, this cast bracket that would bolt directly to the factory positioned brackets on the OEM bumper will not be used. Instead, we'll fabricate an L-angle bracket to fit to the aftermarket bumper and allow us to attach the Trekstep arm to that bracket. The step, in turn, will attach to the Trekstep bracket. We'll start by temporarily installing the running board to the linkage assembly. I'm not going to tighten these screws fully. I'll probably have to loosen them slightly to adjust the running board, but we're going to do a trial fitment. This is the running board attached to the linkage assembly. This is the bracketry for the aftermarket bumper. It's strong enough and very well constructed, but it's not the same angles as the original equipment bracket, and that's why we're fabricating a mount. We're replacing this cast bracket, quality piece made out of alloy, with a rather beefy piece of angle. This is 3.5 inch in both of these directions. At the thinnest section of the flange, the measurement of the thickness of that piece of angle is over 3/8 of an inch. This is a really strong piece to be putting up there. So this is maybe an overkill piece, but better to be safe. Remember, this is going to support the weight of somebody standing on the running board of the Trekstep, so we want to be certain that it's strong enough, and we haven't spared anything with this piece. The bracket is now in position, and we've set it up with shims to get the angles we want. It's clamped down and ready to be tack welded. The pilot holes for attaching the link assembly to the bracket have already been drilled at the drill press, and this is now ready to be tack welded in place and then finish welded. We'll remove the link assembly and the running board to do that. The fitment with the aftermarket bumper is ideal. This is the side view with the Trekstep retracted. We're just inboard of the edge of the bumper face. We'll remove the Trekstep link arm assembly before tack welding the bracket to the inner bracket of the bumper. I'm about to tack weld the bracket in place. Remember now, we're installing the bracket on an aftermarket bumper. If this were the original equipment bumper, the bracket that was furnished by Bestop would have easily facilitated the installation of the step. In fact, the step would have been done in minutes. In our case, we're welding the bracket to the bumper attachment bracket. I'll start by tack welding, and from there we'll do a finish weld. The bracket is tack welded in place, making sure that it fits properly before the finish welding. I made 2 passes on this bracket. One is an overhead, one's a vertical down. And in both cases, passes were hot and burned in. Intention was to make sure that this bracket is as strong or better than the bracket that it's welded to. The first pass on the vertical down was a real hot burn in, and we made good fusion between the brackets. This is a vertical down. It's a second pass. The lower weld is an overhead MIG weld, and the combination makes for a very strong bracket, way in excess of the 300-pound rating of the step, and we're in good shape. Notice that the frame and other members have not been affected by heat. Here's a quick indication of how much penetration those weld beads made. You can see the amount of heat that came through that plate. And at this point I'll paint this, and we'll take another shot of it. We'll bolt on the Trekstep and we'll be done. With a fresh coat of paint, we're ready to put the Trekstep in place. Trekstep in position with the aftermarket bumper. We're all set to go. Here's the running board with the linkage assembly fully extended, and you can see how well this works even with the aftermarket bumper. Our fabricated bracket emulates the factory bumper position and how the Trekstep would normally fit. The Trekstep is rated for 300-pound capacity. Mounted at this position, the Trekstep extends beyond the tailgate, so you can step up from the side safely and firmly to get into the bed with the tailgate in the down position. Regardless of whether your truck is lifted or not, the Trekstep is a good idea. In our application, the step will provide an easy access to the bed, even with the high tailgate and the lift on the truck. We're very pleased with the performance of the Trekstep.